This video was brought to you by Embedded System Solution, a company composed of like-minded electrical engineers, computer engineers, and computer scientists, and whose main goal is assisting our engineering customers, non-engineering customers, and technician level customers with their electrical and computer engineering level and technician level needs. Our customers range everywhere from engineering students to university professors, technicians to engineers, junior engineers to senior engineers. Please feel free to visit us at www.embeddedSystemSolution.com. Again, www.embeddedSystemSolution.com, or better yet, email us at support@embeddedSystemSolution.com. And like always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like. And so again, version control, it is progress. It's definitely progress, but still you can do more, right? So there is more to get. And the second part would, like we mentioned before, was project backup. So what is project backup pictorially, right? And so let's just get these guys out of the way to simplify purposes. So there we go. Now so we're only going to concentrate on the Git repository, on the working directory, right? So we're going to remove the computer, at least for right now, just to simplify, because we're talking about from the perspective of the Git repository, not the computer, right? And so anyways, let's just move this right here. And so again, but the difference from Git, the big Git backup, as you can tell, is you actually have a copy of your local Git repository to a remote Git repository. Now, so let's check this out. So right here we have the Git server. Now notice that it's a copy. It's an exact copy. The Git repository, the local Git repository, is an exact copy to the Git server. So that's what helps you in case you lose your computer. There's a backup of it. Now, this both, as you can imagine, it's in one computer, and the top is in another computer. Now, there's several things that I want to mention about this. One is that notice how it's a desktop. It's not a laptop. You want to stay away from using laptops only because, in my experience, they're a little bit less reliable. It's just my experience, right? And another reason is because if you use a laptop, you have the tendency of, if you can't find your regular laptop or your laptop breaks, you tend to grab that laptop that should be a desktop and use that as your daily. And that's a big no-no, right? So if you use a desktop, then you're forced to look for other solutions, whether it be buy a new laptop or whatnot, but it's anchored down. So that's just my opinion, and plus desktops, they perform better than a laptop, right? They're not exactly, laptops and desktops are not exactly the same. They can't be. Look at how thin a laptop is and look at how thick a desktop is. A desktop has to have more capability than a laptop, So anyways, but typically if you're configuring this, which is the whole point of this, is a person configuring it, their own laptop, their own desktop, you're gonna use a desktop, but in a desktop PC. But in the workforce, the workforce setting, you're gonna have what's called a network administrator, and he's gonna be the one that's gonna be doing the Git server, and he's not gonna use a PC. There's no way. So what you use is a rack server or server rack. I forgot what the name of it is. So as you can tell, it's a big computer. It's just like a regular PC, except it has a lot more CPU, a lot more RAM, and a lot more memory. And so that's what a network admin would do. They definitely wouldn't use a regular PC for this. So, and this is how it looks like in real life, So every time they're changing, so they look a little bit different, but it's really cool. It's really cool. So if someone else sets it up, but again, this training session is for you setting it up, but just be aware of it. Okay, so now that we covered project backup, again, tell them what you're gonna tell them, and then tell them what you told them, right? So this is high level view. All of these 3 reasons, we're going right now, it's in the tell them phase. We already did the tell them what you're going to tell them. Now we're doing the tell them phase. So it's a high level view. Still a high level view. We're going to go more in depth, but it's nice to know, right? And so again, 2 computers, it's a copy as the Git repository, exactly a Git repository, a copy. So now we're going to cover the third reason, and going in a bit more depth again, tell them, multiple collaborators. How does that work? So let's go to that one.